tell you that this is fair warning. And we got to let you know, folks, that you can find us at 1813news.com. You see it right there at the bottom. 1813news.com. Over on Facebook, you can find us at Kevin Steele TV. And, by the way, if you're on YouTube, Kevin Steele, 1813, the key word. We have a lot of fun here on our program. We appreciate you being with us. We want to tell you about some extraordinary things happening in our nation. The Democratic debates in South Carolina, very, very big. Joining us to talk about this, Sonny Mosley and our great friend Michael Lindsay Parsons.
Good to see you, Kevin.
Good to see you, my friend. I'm going to pull this off here. I'm just barely figuring out what I'm doing. When you saw Joe Biden look like a drunk man, what did you say? The man actually said 150 million Americans were killed by gun violence.
There's only 300 million Americans.
How can you defend this man as a potential presidential candidate?
Well, obviously, Joe made a mistake, and at the end of the day, I think that Joe's getting a little long in the tooth, and I don't think he should be the nominee.
I feel bad for him, Kevin. Why hasn't his family said, Dad, Granddad, it's time to just retire gracefully. I mean, I just can't believe his family is letting them drag him around the country at his age and his state. Dementia's obviously setting in. He's a nice guy, but my goodness, I just can't imagine the thought of him running our country. And you know how they used to say that about the
Donald Trump never says anything silly, so it's such a clear choice, Donald Trump over Joe
Biden. Absolutely, it's a clear choice.
There.
I was giving you a little ammo to work with.
I mean, Trump is sharp as a tack. I mean, we all know that.
What did you see that you really liked, though, last night from the debates? What did you see?
I thought Mayor Pete really looked sharp last night. I think he is on target. He's on task. I think he's got a great message that resonates with people. I think he's 4 years early, but I think he looked good.
I agree. I think Pete Buttigieg was the only one that made any sense. Even Amy Klobuchar is losing it to me.
Why do your Republicans not accept the idea of a homosexual man running this country? What is impossible to imagine?
I don't really even think it's that, Kevin. I don't even think it's that. I think that he's only been a mayor.
We'll talk about it in just a second.
He's only been a mayor and he's young.
Quick commercial break. Stay with us.
Welcome to the all-new Crazy Cajun Restaurant in Beaumont with new staff, new entertainment, and a brand new menu. Yes, we still have the great Cajun seafood you've come to expect, but so much more with new appetizers, entrees, drinks, and desserts. Listen to live music on our covered patio, play in our expanded backyard, or bring your group indoors to one of our private party rooms. The all-new Crazy Cajun, 2310 North 11th in Beaumont. A new twist on Cajun.
I bet you've never seen a sandwich do yoga before. Introducing the new Papadilla for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Well, the next time you need any kind of legal assistance, think Sutton and Jacobs Law Firm, 833-1100. Personal injury, business litigation, general litigation. Sutton and Jacobs, 833-1100. 833-1100. Proud sponsors of Fair Warning, Sutton and Jacobs. Attention business owners, listen, navigating the health insurance world can be very challenging. Let it be simple with my friends here at Insure Life.
Let us make health insurance shopping for your employees simple. Give us a call at 409-313-6313.
Big props about Tina's Heavenly Touch as well, a premier massage and day spa on Phelan Boulevard. Tina's, don't forget, call her up. She is so great. We're back on 1813. It's time to talk about Pete Buttigieg, who would look palatable. He would be appetizing as a potential American leader, except, you know what, he's gay. We just can't have a gay man.
I don't think
Is that
that's-
right, Michael Lindsay?
At this time, we have a substantial segment of the population that's going to have a problem with that. Like,
What does sexual orientation have to do with his ability to lead?
I don't think it's his sexual orientation. I think that it's the fact that he's okay with abortion through birth. That's a big
Just a
thing.
policy matter.
And then he says that he's a Christian and he feels like the Bible says that. I'm sorry, any Christian that reads their Bible knows that abortion till birth is not in the Bible and that's not okay. And so I think that's a problem. I think that he was a mayor of a small town and even the people in his small town didn't think he did a good job.
I tell you what, a lot of people who are reading thedrudgereport.com, like Michael Lindsay, I tell you what they think. They voted and said that Bernie Sanders actually did from it. It's a conservative website. Said Bernie Sanders actually had another great night that leads him into March 3rd. It's an explosive night for 14 states on Super Tuesday, and after South Carolina, obviously. But it seemingly would lead to this thinking, you know, that Bernie Sanders is in charge, if you will, in this race.
If you take aside the fact that he's talking really well about Fidel Castro just because they could read, I'm so sorry. My mom and my dad were killed and their land was taken and my family was jumping on rafts just to get off the island of Cuba, but we could read, so we love Fidel Castro. Are you kidding me?
The free healthcare, among the things that Bernie
If you're
Sanders espoused.
Like in Texas, where we have a higher death mortality rate for babies than they do in Cuba. We have a higher literacy rate in Cuba than we do in Southeast Texas.
I'm sorry, literacy freedom. I'm sorry. We are dumbing down our education system, absolutely. No child left behind and all this. So instead of not leaving a child behind, we're going to dumb down our testing systems and stuff. But I'm sorry, I would rather have freedom than be the best reader in the world.
Well, Bernie has also said that the authoritarian regime in Cuba was not good, and he does not support the Cubans for their human rights violations.
Yeah.
There's no,
Clinton said,
saying that their education and healthcare system is good, that's something they did good.
well, I guess you can, okay, well, Carter, they said today that Carter literally said when he met Fidel that they met like old friends. There is a problem when Democrats and Obama tried to bring Cuba back into the fold, okay? I'm sorry, but when you are the president of the best free world, the best free government in the world, and everyone looks up to you, you can't be touting communism. You just can't do it. And you certainly can't do it and want to be the president of the United States. It's not
You're going to Korea to meet with Kim and look like a
Well, he's the first one that took a step over into Korea,
Yeah, that's right.
and he's just trying to keep the crazy man from using his missiles that Hillary made sure they had, uranium for
This
in
is
Russia.
crazy talk, and guess what? Speaking of crazy, the Crazy Cajun is tremendous. Have you been over there lately?
Welcome to the all-new Crazy Cajun restaurant in Beaumont with new staff, new entertainment, and a brand new menu. Yes, we still have the great Cajun seafood you've come to expect, but so much more. The all-new Crazy Cajun, 2310 North 11th in Beaumont. A new twist on Cajun.
Bosses, what a great company. Insure Life Agency, you have to check them out.
Attention business owners, listen, navigating the health insurance world can be very challenging. Let it be simple with my friends here at Insure Life.
Let us make health insurance shopping for your employees simple. Give us a call at 409-313-6313.
Hey guys, we're back on 1813 to talk about these debates. Who did a terrible job? Who, more or less shot their candidacy in the foot?
Elizabeth Warren.
Oh yeah, you thought
Going after Bernie, I thought she was horrible last night. I think she came across as mean, strident, arrogant, and I think that she did everything she could do to hurt Mike Bloomberg, and I think it was successful. I think it inures to Bernie's benefit, but how they ended up on the same team, I don't know.
People said Biden had a good night, but I didn't see it. His eyes were glazed over. He was slurring his words. He made the huge flubber, or whatever that he makes all the
I
time.
think you just made a flubber and said flubber.
150 million people. Every time, okay, so when they use these gun violence, gun killing
Well, you know, in
numbers.
2016, Hillary gained ground from just that exact example. Over Sanders made big ground in South Carolina, in the debate just prior to the South Carolina primary.
Well, she might have had the right number, but
She made Sanders look soft on.
what we need to understand is when they're using these numbers, they're adding suicide and gang violence to these gun numbers. When it's just actually someone shooting someone else and murdering them, that number is way lower. But then for Bernie to jump up to 150 million, which is half the population of the whole United States, and then, in South Carolina, he also said, vote for me for senator. He's losing it.
Well, I think it was Biden and not Bernie that said it. And Bernie has been soft on arms and regulation of arms. He's big time in Vermont, New Hampshire.
Well, that's good because our Constitution gave us the freedom to bear arms to protect ourselves. To protect. Of course, he changed his mind. He has to change his mind, like Biden changed his mind on abortion. Bernie had to change his mind on guns because if you don't step two, you are not going to get the nomination for the Democratic Party.
Michael Lindsay, final word. Who is going to win South Carolina? Who's going to go into Super Tuesday with the clout?
I would say that Bernie's probably going to come out on top with the numbers, but I don't think he's going to take it by majorities, and I don't think the leads are going to be insurmountable so as to give him a first-round convention.
It's Biden's firewall. He better win it.
You guys are so great.
He finally, he even said, I'm going to win, but we'll see.
See, the thing about this is the perspective. We're talking national politics, but this is our coffee shop. Folks, this is our talk about what you think is important, but please contact us here online. Contact us. Let us know how you feel. Who won this debate? Who won?
I feel like I'm clear the loser today.
I'm just the dumb blonde, Michael.
He didn't say that, by the way.
No, Michael did not say that.
Someone else did.
Someone else did.
Thanks for joining us here on 1813.
That's so funny.